My child, you've been searching too long. You've walked from place to place, hoping for someone to say yes. You've waited by your phone. You've refreshed your email again and again. You've whispered prayers in the dark, wondering when I would move. And still, the answer has not come the way you expected. Now stop. Not because I am punishing you, but because I am protecting you. Not because there's nothing out there, but because what's out there isn't for you. From this day forward, do not look for a job, because it is my duty to provide for you. I didn't create you to chase after positions. I created you to receive divine placement. This isn't about laziness. This is about alignment with my timing. You were never called to beg. You were chosen to build. You were never created to be in survival mode. You were designed to walk in overflow. If you've ever felt ignored, forgotten, or tired of waiting, type "I receive this word" in the comments. Let the enemy hear your agreement. Let heaven see your faith. Now lean in. I will show you what this silence truly means. Because this delay is not rejection, it is redirection, and I am still in control. You are not unemployed. You are being appointed. Before the world knew your name, I had already prepared your purpose. I didn't shape you for survival. I shaped you for something greater, a vision only you could carry. You see closed doors, but I see my protection around your path. What looked like rejection was really my intervention. While you thought nothing was happening, I was setting things in motion that your eyes could not see. You believed you were falling behind, but I was going ahead of you, clearing the way, removing traps, setting the right time. You are not unemployed. You are not forgotten. You are under appointment by me. I have kept you in the shadows, not because you were unworthy, but because the world wasn't ready for what I placed inside you. If they had offered you that position, they would have tried to shape you into their image. But you are not meant to fit into broken systems. You are set apart for my purpose. That's why I covered you. That's why I let them overlook you. Because you are mine. When I said in Jeremiah 29:11, I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. I was speaking of something higher than a salary. I was speaking of a life anchored in divine purpose. Not a temporary job that ends with a paycheck, but a calling that impacts lives and brings glory to my name. You were not created to chase offers. You were created to fulfill assignments. So don't think for a second that you've been abandoned. You are not waiting for work. You are being prepared for something eternal. And in the fullness of time, you will see what I've been building behind the silence. You will understand why the wait was holy. You will walk into something that was designed with your name on it. Provision is my promise, not your burden. You have been trying to carry what was never yours to carry. You've stayed awake at night, thinking about bills, food, rent, and survival. You've stressed over interviews, connections, and qualifications. You've told yourself, I must find something, anything, to make ends meet. But today, I want you to pause and listen to me. I never asked you to carry this pressure. I never instructed you to make life happen by your own strength. I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider. That is not just one of my names. It is who I am. It means I take full responsibility for your provision. The birds don't have resumes. They don't build businesses. They don't store up food for next month. And yet, I feed them daily. I know where they are. I know what they need. And not one of them goes hungry. Not because they plan well, but because I am faithful. Now hear me clearly. If I take care of the birds, how much more will I take care of you, my child, created in my image? In Matthew 6:26 I said, look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. That verse wasn't meant to sound poetic. It was meant to set you free. You've been wearing worry like a heavy coat. You've been walking through each day wondering if I see your need. But I do. I see everything. I see your unpaid bills. I see your quiet prayers whispered under your breath. I see you smile in front of others while your heart is weighed down with questions. You don't have to chase provision when provision is chasing you. You don't need to fight to be noticed when I have already placed your name on the provision meant for you. You are not a random part of the economy. You are not a statistic in the world system. You are not waiting on the next job posting. You are under the care of my divine economy. I operate outside inflation, recession, or economic forecasts. I am not shaken by company layoffs or hiring freezes. I am the source. Everything else is a channel. You may not have a paycheck right now, but you have my promise. And my promise is not made with conditions. It is made with covenant. You will not beg. You will not scrape by. You will not live in fear. Because what I provide comes with peace. I am not just sending you money. I am giving you stability, wisdom, and rest. Some doors won't open because I am planning to bless you in a way that doesn't look like a job. I may provide through someone you didn't expect. I may release favor through a path you haven't noticed. But it will be on time, and it will be enough. Let go of the fear of lack. Let go of the pressure to force doors open. Let me carry what I already promised to handle. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not falling behind. You are exactly where I want you to be, under the covering of my hand. So rest in this truth today. Provision is not your burden. It is my responsibility. And I never fail. Why you keep getting rejected? My beloved, I know you have wondered, why does every door keep closing? You have done your best. You've applied with faith. You've shown up with hope, and still silence. But let me speak clearly now. Every rejection was not a loss. It was my protection. I didn't let you get accepted because I knew what waited behind that offer. I saw what you couldn't see. You were asking for a position, but I was preserving your destiny. Some rooms are full of distractions. Some systems drain your soul. Some opportunities offer comfort, but they rob you of calling. If I had allowed them to say yes, you would have stayed in a place where your voice was never meant to echo. You would have learned to settle in what was meant to be temporary. You would have built a life around a job, instead of walking in the life I designed around your calling. You keep thinking they didn't want you. But the truth is, I didn't want you there. I didn't let you enter those rooms because you were not made to fit into a world that ignores me. They would have paid you just enough to forget your purpose. But I created you for more than just making a living. I created you to make a difference. The rejection was not me closing the door to punish you. It was me guiding you away from places that would diminish your light. You've misunderstood the silence. You've assumed I left you in your waiting. But silence doesn't mean I'm gone. It means I'm working behind the scenes. I'm removing hidden traps. I'm shifting people who need to leave before you arrive. I'm clearing space for your voice to be honored, not ignored. While you've been trying to enter what looks secure, I've been preparing something that carries eternal weight. The pain of rejection may sting, but it's far lighter than the pain of wasted years in the wrong place. So do not chase what I didn't approve. Do not try to hold on to what I asked you to let go. And do not force your way into what I am not blessing. I have better for you. Better than acceptance letters. Better than job offers that numb your spirit. I have purpose-shaped provision, and it's waiting in the right season. Trust the detours. Honor the delays, because each one is a divine step, leading you away from what looks good and guiding you into what is truly mine. You keep getting rejected, not because you're not good enough, but because you are too valuable to be placed in the wrong hands. I'm not trying to keep you stuck. I'm trying to keep you safe. You're being trained for something bigger. My child, while others are moving fast, I've asked you to slow down. While they run toward titles and promotions, I've called you into stillness, not to punish you, but to prepare you. You keep asking, why am I not where I expected to be? But I ask you this, have you understood what I'm building in you? You are not delayed. You are under divine development. Right now, I am teaching you how to wait with grace, how to listen beyond noise, how to discern between what looks good and what is truly of me. This waiting season is not wasted time. It is sacred ground. You are being shaped in silence, not for a position but for purpose. When I chose David, he was a shepherd, tending sheep far from kings and crowns. But I saw his heart, and I trained his hands in the field, not the palace, because what he learned in the shadows would protect him in the spotlight. When I gave Joseph the dream, I didn't give him the throne immediately. I walked him through betrayal, through prison, through pain. Why? Because the promise was great, and greatness requires refinement. So now look at where you are. You may feel hidden, you may feel forgotten. But what you call stillness, I call strategy. I am strengthening your spirit. I am stretching your faith. I am sharpening your focus. Because what I am placing in your hands will impact others, and it must be handled with wisdom. This is why I'm not rushing you. This is why I'm not giving you what you asked for immediately. Because I would rather you grow in secret than rise too soon and fall in front of many. Let me be clear. This is not about landing a job. This is about being trusted with influence. And influence in my kingdom is not built on charm. It's built on character. You don't just need a position. You need the strength to carry the weight that comes with it. You need the maturity to speak truth with love. You need the humility to lead without pride. And you need the discernment to hear me even when others are clapping. So don't measure your progress by what people are doing. Measure it by how I'm changing your heart. Each test I allow is shaping your endurance. Each delay you feel is revealing your motives. Each moment you remain unseen is building your spiritual muscle. This is training. This is preparation. This is kingdom conditioning. Because when I finally lift the curtain, when I finally open that next door, you will not walk in confused or unready. You will walk in equipped, anchored, and aligned. So do not rush the process. Do not compare your season, and do not despise the quiet. Because in this quiet, I am building a voice in you that will echo with power when the moment comes. Wait, learn, and trust me. I am not building an employee, I am raising a vessel, and what's coming requires all of me and all of you. The work I've chosen for you. This season may seem slow, you may feel forgotten or unproductive, but what feels like stillness to you is actually the ground where I am planting your purpose. I haven't paused your life. I've placed you in a moment where roots can go deep. Because the assignment I've chosen for you cannot grow on shallow ground. You've been asking me for a job, but I'm giving you something greater than employment. I'm calling you into assignment. The world tells you to chase a paycheck, but I'm pointing you toward a work that carries eternal value. The work I've assigned you to do is not ordinary. It won't be found on a listing board. It won't come with an easy label or a fixed title, but it will carry my fingerprints. There is a space in this world that only you can fill. There are voices waiting to hear yours. There are people who will only respond when you rise. I've given you ideas that haven't yet made sense. I've shown you glimpses of dreams that felt too big. I've whispered visions that seemed impossible. That's because I'm not calling you to copy what others are doing. I'm calling you to create what has never been done. There is a community you are meant to serve, and they are waiting for your obedience. They don't need perfection. They need someone willing to step out, trust me, and start. There is a business within you, not just to create income, but to solve problems, bless lives, and reflect my wisdom. This business will not be like others. It will carry purpose, it will operate with integrity, and it will impact generations. There is a ministry inside of you, and ministry doesn't always mean a pulpit. It means loving the broken. It means giving when it's inconvenient. It means serving when no one applauds. And through that quiet work, I will move. I want you to stop measuring your life by where you work and start measuring it by how you obey. I didn't ask for your resume. I asked for your yes. Because the greatest movements of heaven have always started with simple obedience. I'm not looking for impressive. I'm looking for available. So even if it looks small now, even if no one understands it yet, even if your bank account says wait, trust what I'm building through you. Because the work I've chosen for you is not just for your benefit. It's for those who will hear your story and find their healing. It's for the silent ones who have no voice. It's for the lost who need direction. It's for the weary who need light. And you, yes you, carry that light. What I'm assigning to you will not look like the world's definition of success. It may not come with applause. It may not win awards, but it will win souls. It will lift hearts. It will reveal me. So do not wait for validation. Do not seek confirmation from people who don't know your calling. You don't need their approval. You already have mine. What I've chosen for you will leave a mark. It will speak even after you're gone. Because when you work for me, you don't just make money, you make a legacy. Let go of what looks ordinary. Take hold of what is eternal. The work is not easy, but it is worth everything, and I am with you every step of the way. The job will find you. You've done all you could. You've knocked on doors, you've filled out forms, updated your resume, prepared for interviews, and waited for calls that never came. You followed every human instruction, and still, the silence speaks louder than ever. But now, let me speak something new to you. You don't have to chase it anymore. What you've been trying to reach is already looking for you. I have seen your effort. I have watched your commitment. I have heard every tearful prayer after another no. And now I am telling you, the job will find you. When my favor rests on someone, they do not beg for recognition. They do not need to push open locked doors, because doors open themselves when I am involved. You've been focused on finding opportunities, but I've been preparing something that will find you. Not because of a connection, not because of luck, not even because of your qualifications, but because I have already aligned the path. I've placed your name in the minds of people you've never met. I've stirred conversations about you in rooms where your name has never been spoken before. I've set divine appointments in motion, moments where people will remember you, search for you, and reach out to you, because I am moving on your behalf. You may open your inbox and see something unexpected. You may receive a call without sending an application. You may find yourself in a position you didn't plan, but I planned it long before you ever prayed for it. My child, you don't have to network when I'm the one making the connections. You don't have to worry about being seen when I'm the one placing you on display. I am not limited by systems, recruiters, or applications. I operate outside of all human structures. What is meant for you does not need force. It needs faith. So now, instead of chasing opportunities, start preparing your spirit, start preparing your heart, start preparing your mind to carry what I'm about to place in your hands. Because I'm not just sending you into any room, I'm placing you into strategic spaces, places of influence, places of restoration, places where your voice, your presence, and your story will bring light. You will walk into rooms your feet have never stepped in before. And when you get there, you will not arrive empty-handed. You will carry my presence, you will carry my wisdom, you will carry my anointing. So pause your chasing. You don't need to run after something I've already planned to deliver. Instead, prepare your heart, clean your thoughts, fill your mouth with praise, because the door is opening. And this time, you will not knock, it will swing open for you. This is not about luck. This is not about chance. This is divine appointment finding you in its perfect timing. The job will come, the opportunity will rise, because I have ordered your steps. And when I move, nothing can stop what I have already set in place. Don't work to survive. Live to serve. My child, from this moment forward, stop waking up in fear. Stop living just to survive. Start living to serve. You were not created to drag through life waiting for Fridays, dreading Mondays. I did not breathe life into you, so you could live paycheck to paycheck, counting hours and chasing approval. I made you for joy. I made you for purpose. I made you to create, to build, to lead, and to serve. Not as a worker under pressure, but as a vessel under anointing. Stop looking for a job, start looking for me. Because when you truly find me, you also find your direction. You find the people assigned to your purpose. You find the path that leads to peace. You find the doors I've prepared just for you. You find the provision that never runs dry. I do not want you depending on a salary. I want you depending on me. When I said, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God," I meant it. Because your true nourishment, your true strength, and your true stability come from my presence, not your paycheck. You've placed your worth in job titles. You've believed lies that your value rises and falls with your income. But I never called you by your profession. I called you by your name. You are not unemployed. You are not self-employed. You are God-employed. And when I am your employer, your assignments come with grace. Your provision comes with peace, and your work carries eternal reward. Understand this. Your provision is tied to your obedience, not your employer. When you obey me, I will use all kinds of channels to bless you. I may send clients you never expected. I may open doors that don't look like jobs but lead to overflow. I may bring resources from places you never imagined, but I will always remain your source. Never confuse the channel with the source. Jobs come and go. Opportunities shift and change, but I do not change. I remain faithful. I am not limited by contracts. I am not held back by market trends. I bless who I choose, and I sustain who trusts me. So from now on, live with your hands open, live with your heart ready, serve where I send you, and give with what I place in your hands. Because when you live to serve, you live in the rhythm of my kingdom. You may not have a title on earth, but heaven knows your name. You may not have a business card, but you carry my spirit. You may not work in a company, but you are working for the kingdom. This is why I remind you now. Your job is not your identity. I am. I am the one who formed you. I am the one who provides for you. I am the one who walks with you. And I am the one who will reward you. So do not work just to make it to the end of the month. Work with eternity in mind. Live with your spirit awake. Serve with your whole heart. Because in doing so, you will never lack, you will never be overlooked, and you will always be in step with my will. I am shifting your identity. My child, you've looked at yourself through the wrong lens for too long. You've allowed labels, job titles, and human opinions to shape your worth. You've whispered, I am unemployed, but I declare over you today, you are anointed. You've said, I'm still searching, but I say, you are being sent. This isn't about what the world sees. It's about what I've already spoken over your life. I never saw you as a statistic. I've never measured you by your employment status. I have always seen you as a vessel full of destiny. You've waited for someone to pick you, to say yes to your resume, to open the door, to give you permission. But I already chose you. Before you ever filled out an application, before you ever sent a single email, before you even asked, I had already written your name into purpose. Your identity is not tied to your LinkedIn profile. Your identity is not shaped by the job you lost or the offer that never came. Your identity is rooted in the calling I placed deep within you. So now I am shifting how you see yourself. No longer will you say, I am waiting. From this day forward, say, I am being prepared. No longer will you say, I am behind. Say instead, I am in alignment with God's timing. No longer will you say, I have nothing to offer. Say instead, I carry God's presence, and that is more than enough. Your life is not on hold. Your calling is not delayed. I am moving even when you can't feel it. I am working even when you don't see it. So walk like someone who knows they are chosen. Speak like someone who knows heaven is backing every step. Think like someone who knows that doors will open because I commanded them to. There is no maybe in my plan for you. There is no hopefully in my design. There is only certainty in my word. In heaven's timeline it is already done. So lift your head. Speak life over your day. Expect favor to meet you. Expect the right opportunities to come. Expect my goodness to surround you. Because you are no longer waiting. You are walking into the very thing I promised. And it all begins with how you see yourself. I am shifting your identity, and with it, I am shifting your future. Your search ends. Your season begins. My child, you've searched long enough. You've knocked on doors that didn't open. You've stared at screens waiting for replies that never came. You've questioned yourself. You've cried in silence. You've done all you know to do. And now I speak over you. Your search ends here. You no longer need to scroll through endless listings. You no longer need to wonder who will choose you. You no longer need to beg systems to notice your worth. Because now, I have stepped in. The job board can be closed. The worry can be laid down. The questions can be silenced. Because today I say to you, this is the end of the search and the beginning of the season. This is not just about employment. It's about alignment. This is not just about getting hired. It's about stepping into a space I designed for you before you were born. I have seen every tear you shed in secret. I've heard every time you said, God, where are you? And today I say this. I was here the entire time, watching, refining, preparing. I measured your faithfulness in the silence. I watched how you still praised me even when you didn't understand. I saw how you didn't give up even when nothing made sense. And now, because you remained in me, I am commanding the earth to respond to my voice on your behalf. Not just any job, not just a paycheck, but a divine position, something that carries your purpose, something that honors your gift, something that allows you to grow and serve, not just earn and survive. This is the shift, the spiritual shift, the invisible doors that are now becoming visible. The waiting season is giving birth to fulfillment. The silence is giving way to movement. Prepare your heart now, open your spirit, let your faith rise again. The wait is over. The word has been spoken. The release has begun. You will no longer chase what I have already assigned to you. You will step into what has been prepared. You will walk forward, knowing I go before you. Your search is done. Your season has begun. Heavenly Father, thank you for speaking directly into the heart of the one listening right now. Thank you for reminding them that you are not just their creator, but their provider, their sustainer, their waymaker. We come before you today not to ask for more, but to say we trust you more. We lay down every anxiety about finding a job, every fear of not having enough, every restless thought that keeps us awake at night. You are not moved by resumes. You are not impressed by qualifications. You are drawn to faith. And so today we choose to believe. You will provide. We surrender the pressure to perform. We release the desire to be noticed by people. And we cling to the truth that when you open a door, no man can shut it. Open the doors that align with our purpose. Close every door that would lead us away from your will. Lead us into assignments, not just employment. Opportunities that carry your presence, not just a paycheck. Let your peace calm every heart that feels confused. Let your voice be louder than every whisper of rejection. Let your hand guide every next step, even when it feels uncertain. We may not know what tomorrow holds, but we are confident in who holds tomorrow. And we declare this now: provision will come, peace will remain, and purpose will prevail. In the name that opens every door, in Jesus' mighty name, amen.